Welcome to a journey of self-discovery and inner transformation. In this video, we're diving deep into the 9 silent forces of Stoic strength, forces that have the power to awaken the warrior within you. You may not see these forces at work, they don't roar or demand attention, but they are quietly shaping the most resilient, powerful version of yourself. Imagine facing life's challenges with unwavering calm, making decisions with clarity and purpose, and building relationships that are both deep and enduring. These aren't just lofty ideals, they're within your reach, and the Stoics have shown us the way. Whether you're dealing with everyday stress, navigating a difficult relationship, or striving for personal growth, the wisdom of Stoicism offers practical tools that help you cultivate strength, resilience, and inner peace. Before we dive deeper into today's topic, I'd love for you to take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Stoicism Awaken. Your support helps us continue this journey together, bringing Stoic principles to life in a way that's relevant and meaningful. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's unlock the power of Stoic strength together and awaken the warrior that's been waiting inside you all along. Are you ready to transform your life with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism? Let's begin. 1. Where does true power reside? Where does true power reside? Is it in the strength of our bodies, the influence we hold over others, or could it be something much quieter, yet far more profound? Stoics, those ancient guardians of wisdom, believed that true power doesn't need to shout. It exists in the quiet, steady resilience of the mind. Think about silence for a moment. To most, it's just an absence of noise, a gap in conversation. But for the Stoics, silence was much more. It was a space where true growth could occur. Imagine silence as the calm before the storm. Place where you gather your thoughts and prepare your spirit for whatever lies ahead. Marcus Aurelius, a man who knew the weight of the world on his shoulders, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His words remind us that our biggest battles aren't with the world outside, but with the turmoil within. Why is silence so powerful? Picture yourself after a long day, surrounded by the noise of daily life. Phone is ringing, the kids are arguing, and the TV is blaring. But then for a moment you find a quiet corner. The noise fades and you can finally hear yourself think. In that silence, you rediscover your strength, your creativity, your focus, your ability to really listen, not just to others, but to yourself. It's like the calm in the eye of the hurricane, a place where you can breathe, reflect, and regain your balance. This is the quiet strength the Stoics spoke of. Power that doesn't need to announce itself. It's the inner fortress that stands strong, no matter what life throws your way. Think about the last time someone criticized you. Did you feel the urge to defend yourself, to react immediately? The Stoic way is different. They would tell you to pause, to take a deep breath, and consider the criticism calmly. This isn't about weakness, it's about mastering your emotions. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. But how do we build this quiet strength in our daily lives? Start with something simple. Each evening, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. What made you happy? What upset you? How did you handle those moments? Could you have responded differently, with more calm and reason? This small practice is like planting seeds. Over time, it will grow into a habit that strengthens your mind, making you more resilient in the face of life's challenges. And when challenges come, and they will, don't see them as roadblocks, but as stepping stone. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger, refine your character. In a world that often values loudness and quick reactions, the Stoics offer a different path. Path where true power lies not in what we say or do, but in the quiet strength we cultivate within ourselves. So the next time life gets noisy, find your silence. Listen to it, and remember, true power isn't in the volume of your voice, but in the quiet strength of your mind. 2. Achieving life balance with quiet strength. In today's fast-paced world, where demands constantly pull us in different directions, how do we maintain balance? How do we find peace amidst the whirlwind of responsibilities? The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, offer us a path to achieving harmony. Path grounded in quiet strength. Achieving balance isn't about meticulously dividing your time equally between work, family, and personal well-being. Instead, it's about allocating your energy where it truly matters, where it brings you genuine fulfillment and peace. Imagine what it would feel like to live a life in true alignment with your core values, a life where your decisions are guided not by fleeting emotions or external pressures, but by a deep sense of purpose. Let's be honest, life can be chaotic, but by cultivating a quiet mind, we create a sanctuary within ourselves. This inner peace allows us to make decisions that resonate with who we really are, rather than reacting impulsively to the chaos around us. It's about quality over quantity, focusing our time and energy on what truly matters. Ask yourself, do your daily activities reflect your deepest values? Do they contribute to your personal growth? By prioritizing your commitments through the lens of virtue, you can begin to simplify your life, weeding out the unnecessary and making space for what genuinely brings you joy and fulfillment. Imagine the relief of letting go of activities that no longer serve you, and instead, dedicating your time to pursuits that enrich your life. The Stoics also believed in the practice of voluntary discomfort, occasionally stepping away from life's comforts to remind ourselves of what truly matters. This could be as simple as unplugging from your devices to fully engage in face-to-face conversations or embracing a more minimalist lifestyle. By doing so, you recalibrate your understanding of needs versus wants, leading to a more balanced and resilient life. Consider mindfulness as another key to achieving balance. It's about being fully present in every moment, whether you're working, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying solitude. How often do you find your mind wandering to past regrets or future worries, even when you're surrounded by the people you care about most? By practicing mindfulness, you deepen your appreciation of life's experiences, finding joy in the here and now. Reflection plays a crucial role in maintaining balance. Take a moment at the end of each day to assess how you spent your time. Did your actions align with your values? Were there moments when stress or dissatisfaction crept in? The Stoics practiced evening reflections to evaluate their day's actions and decisions. This simple practice could reveal imbalances in your life and help you make the necessary adjustments to better align your activities with your goals. Finally, remember that balance isn't achieved in isolation. The Stoics emphasize the importance of community and meaningful relationships. Engaging with others, offering support, and contributing to the common good are vital components of a balanced, fulfilling life. Think about your own relationships. Do they nourish your soul? Are you making time for the people who matter most? For a practical exercise, take a look at your weekly schedule. Write down your major activities and categorize them as necessary, fulfilling, or superfluous. Reflect on whether your time allocation aligns with your values, and consider what adjustments could lead to a more balanced life. Try implementing one small change, and observe how it impacts your well-being. Remember, balance isn't a destination, it's a continuous journey. It's about making small, thoughtful adjustments that bring your life into alignment with your values and aspirations. By embracing the quiet strength within, you can navigate life's complexities with confidence, clarity, and a deep sense of peace. 3. Silence in interpersonal dynamic. Have you ever noticed how sometimes silence can speak louder than words? In our daily conversations, silence isn't just a pause between thoughts. It's a powerful tool that can transform our relationships. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who mastered the art of living, believed that true wisdom comes not from speaking more, from listening deeply. By embracing silence, we open ourselves up to truly understanding those around us, building stronger and more meaningful connections. Think about the last time you really listened to someone, when you didn't just hear their words, but also tuned into their tone, emotions, and the unspoken feelings behind their words. How did that change the interaction? Silence in conversation allows us to observe more than just what is being said. It lets us pick up on the nuances that often go unnoticed. The Stoics taught that understanding comes from observation and reflection, not from rushing to respond. When we take a moment to pause before speaking, we give ourselves the chance to fully process what's been said, leading to more thoughtful and effective communication. How often do you find yourself jumping to reply before someone has even finished speaking? The next time you're in a conversation, try embracing a moment of silence to gather your thoughts. You might be surprised at how much clearer your response becomes and how much more connected you feel to the other person. The Stoics also placed great value on empathy, which is closely tied to maintaining a quiet mind. By choosing to remain silent, we offer our full attention to others' experiences and perspective. This empathetic silence is incredibly powerful. It shows respect and a genuine willingness to connect on a deeper level. Think about a time when someone listened to you without interrupting, just offering their silent presence. How did that make you feel? Moments like these can significantly strengthen the bonds between people, fostering a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Practical wisdom, a key Stoic virtue, involves knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. In our fast-paced world, where everyone seems to be in a rush to share their thoughts, the ability to hold one's tongue is a form of strength. This restraint helps us avoid saying things in haste that we might later regret. By practicing this aspect of Stoic quiet strength, we can become more deliberate in our interaction. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment that you later wished you could take back? Reflecting on these instances can reinforce the value of thoughtful silence. Silence also plays a crucial role in resolving conflict. Disagreements are inevitable, but how we handle them can define the quality of our relationships. The Stoics advocated for maintaining a calm demeanor and a quiet mind, even in the heat of conflict. This doesn't mean passivity. Rather, it's about actively choosing a peaceful and rational response over an emotional and potentially destructive one. Imagine how different your next disagreement could be if you approached it with calm and silence, allowing space for understanding and resolution. Moreover, silence is essential for self-reflection. The Stoics believe that the quality of our relationships reflects the state of our inner lives. By cultivating silence within ourselves, we create the mental space needed for introspection. This inner quiet can help us understand our motivations, biases, and feelings, ultimately leading to better interactions with others. What might you discover in your quiet moments that could improve your relationships? For a practical exercise, try incorporating periods of intentional silence in your daily interactions. Choose a specific conversation each day to consciously practice listening more and speaking less. Observe how this changes the dynamics of the conversation. How do others respond when you give them the gift of your full, silent attention? This practice can lead to profound insights about the power of silence in our social interactions. 4. Overcoming fear and anxiety with Stoic quiet strength. We all face fear and anxiety at some point in our lives. Whether it's the dread of an uncertain future, worries about our loved ones, or the anxiety that creeps in during quiet moments, these emotions are a part of the human experience. But how we handle them can make all the difference. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, offer us a powerful approach: quiet strength. Imagine this. You're lying awake at night, your mind racing with all the things that could go wrong tomorrow, next week, or even next year. The Stoics would tell you that these fears aren't really about the future itself, but about our judgments of what might happen. It's not the event itself that causes anxiety, but how we perceive it. By shifting our focus to the present moment and adjusting our perceptions, we can maintain our inner calm, no matter what life throws at us. The first lesson in overcoming fear and anxiety with Stoic quiet strength is understanding what is within our control and what is not. When you feel anxiety creeping in, take a step back and ask yourself, is this something I can control? More often than not, you'll find that your fears are tied to things beyond your influence, like the actions of others or future outcomes that haven't even happened yet. Recognizing this can help lessen the grip of anxiety by focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions. You reclaim your power and begin to quiet your mind. Mindfulness is another key tool in the Stoic approach to handling anxiety. It's about staying grounded in the present moment, not letting your mind wander to past regrets or future worries. Imagine focusing only on what's right in front of you, what you can see, hear, feel, and smell. This practice helps break the cycle of anxiety that often stems from overthinking. The next time you feel overwhelmed, try grounding yourself in the here and now. Notice how your emotional state shifts as you focus on the present moment, rather than getting lost in the what-ifs. The Stoics also practiced something called negative visualization. This might sound counterproductive at first. Why would you deliberately imagine the worst-case scenario? But the purpose isn't to dwell on negative outcomes. It's to prepare yourself mentally for any possibility. By confronting the worst that could happen in your mind, you reduce the fear of the unknown and realize that you can handle more than you think. Think about a time when something you feared turned out to be less scary once it happened. How did facing that fear change your perspective? Another powerful Stoic method for managing fear is gradual exposure. This doesn't mean diving headfirst into your deepest fears, but rather taking small, manageable steps toward confronting them. Each small victory builds resilience and reinforces your confidence. What's one small step you could take today toward facing a fear? Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or even just sitting with an uncomfortable emotion for a few moments longer than usual. Each step forward is a step toward reclaiming your peace of mind. The Stoics also remind us of the impermanence of all things. Just as the good moments pass, so too do the bad ones. This understanding helps maintain a balanced perspective even when anxiety is at its peak. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed, remind yourself, this too shall pass. How might this thought change your response the next time you're faced with fear or anxiety? Finally, embracing amor fati, the love of fate, is a transformative Stoic practice. This means accepting, even embracing, whatever life brings, trusting that there is value in every experience. When you adopt this mindset, fear loses its power over you, and anxiety can transform into curiosity. How can you start seeing the challenges you face as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than obstacles to fear? For a practical exercise, think about a recent situation that caused you anxiety. Reflect on how you handled it, and apply the Stoic principles we've discussed. Did you focus on what was within your control? How might mindfulness or negative visualization have changed your perspective? Practice these techniques regularly, and you'll find that your ability to maintain a quiet, strong mind in the face of fear and anxiety will grow. 5. Managing criticism with Stoic quiet strength. How do you typically react when faced with criticism? Most of us, if we're honest, feel that familiar sting when someone points out our flaws. It's natural to feel defensive, hurt, or even angry. But what if you could approach criticism with the calm, quiet strength that the Stoics practiced? By embracing this mindset, you can transform criticism into a tool for personal growth, rather than a source of personal attack. The Stoics believe that criticism, whether it's constructive or harsh, offers a unique opportunity to practice virtues such as resilience, temperance, and humility. Imagine the peace you could maintain if you viewed criticism not as an assault on your character, but as a chance to grow stronger. This shift in perspective is key to embodying Stoic quiet strength. First, consider the Stoic principle that only our own opinions can truly harm us, not the words of others. When you're criticized, try to detach your personal feelings from the content of the feedback. This doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, but rather not letting them cloud your judgment. By doing so, you create the space to assess the criticism objectively. Is there any truth in what's being said? Could it be an opportunity to improve? By keeping your emotions in check, you remain calm and composed, qualities that are essential for thoughtful reflection. Think about the last time someone's words disturbed your peace. How often have you let someone else's opinion shake your sense of self-worth? Learning to separate fact from emotion is a powerful skill in maintaining a quiet mind. The Stoics taught that by reflecting before reacting, we give ourselves the chance to respond with wisdom, not with impulsive emotion. Next time you receive criticism, take a moment to pause and breathe. This simple act of pausing helps prevent knee-jerk reactions and allows you to maintain your composure. It also gives you time to consider the intentions behind the words. Could the person be pointing out something you've overlooked? This reflective pause can transform what might seem like a conflict into an opportunity for growth. Another Stoic practice is to question the validity of the criticism. Ask yourself, is this feedback based on facts or just opinions? This questioning helps you determine whether the criticism should influence your actions or be dismissed. It also encourages a more analytical approach to interactions, which is central to Stoic philosophy. Developing criteria for evaluating criticism can enhance your decision-making skills and strengthen your quiet mind. The Stoics also believed in finding gratitude, even in challenging situations like receiving negative feedback. It might seem counterintuitive, but try to find something to be thankful for in every piece of criticism. Maybe it's a chance to learn something new about yourself, or to correct a path that wasn't leading you where you wanted to go. This mindset not only softens the blow of harsh words, but also aligns with the Stoic aim of constant self-improvement. Have you ever discovered a valuable insight hidden in a difficult conversation? Often, the lessons that sting the most are the ones that push us to grow. It's also important to recognize the limitations of your control over others' perceptions and judgments. Stoic quiet strength comes from understanding that you cannot control what others think of you, only how you respond. This realization can be incredibly liberating. It frees you from the impossible task of trying to please everyone and allows you to focus on maintaining your integrity and acting according to your principles. Think back to a time when you felt at peace, even though someone disagreed with you. That peace comes from knowing that you stayed true to yourself. Finally, remember the value of feedback loops. After processing criticism, consider reaching out for clarification or more detail. This proactive approach shows your commitment to improvement and your willingness to engage constructively with critics. It also helps you build resilience by regularly exposing yourself to feedback and learning to handle it with grace. How could initiating feedback loops improve your relationships and personal growth? By actively seeking out and embracing criticism, you transform it from a source of anxiety into a tool for empowerment. For a practical exercise, think about a recent instance of criticism you received. Write down your initial emotional reaction, then apply Stoic techniques to reassess the situation. Did you find any valid points within the criticism? How can you use this feedback to enhance your personal or professional life? Practicing this analysis will help strengthen your Stoic quiet mind and prepare you for future critiques. Remember, every piece of feedback, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues. By approaching criticism with quiet strength, you can turn even the harshest. 6. Cultivating leadership with quiet strength. How does Stoic philosophy shape effective leadership? In today's fast-paced world, where leaders are constantly bombarded with challenges, the Stoic approach offers a refreshing perspective, one that emphasizes quiet strength, resilience, integrity, and vision. Imagine the power of leadership that remains calm in the face of adversity and clear in the midst of complexity. This type of leadership doesn't just inspire. It drives meaningful progress and fosters a culture of trust. Leadership begins with self-mastery, core value in Stoic philosophy. Before you can lead others effectively, you must first govern yourself. This means having control over your emotions and impulses, practicing self-discipline, and setting a strong example for your team. Reflect on your own leadership style. How does your ability to maintain composure under stress influence those around you? When you stay calm in tough situations, do your colleagues feel more confident and respected? True leadership shines brightest in moments of pressure, where your quiet strength can guide others through the storm. Stoic leader is also committed to justice and fairness. It's about treating everyone with respect, regardless of their status or role within the organization. This impartiality builds trust and openness within your team, creating a foundation where people feel valued and heard. How often do you reflect on your decisions to ensure they are fair? Taking time to regularly assess the justice of your actions not only strengthens your leadership, but also enhances the cohesion of your team. Another essential aspect of Stoic leadership is the ability to accept and adapt to change. In life, change is inevitable. As a leader, embracing this reality allows you to navigate transitions smoothly and guide your team with confidence through uncertainty. Consider how you typically react to change. Do you see it as a hurdle or as an opportunity for growth and innovation? Leaders who approach change with an open mind and a resilient spirit are better equipped to inspire their teams to embrace new possibilities. Communication is the lifeblood of leadership, and Stoics practice clear and honest communication. Speaking plainly and truthfully helps to avoid misunderstandings and ensures that your team is fully informed and aligned with the organization's goals. How transparent are your communications? You make sure that your team not only knows what is happening, but also understands why it is happening. When your team feels informed and aligned, their engagement and performance naturally increase. Emotional intelligence is another key trait of Stoic leadership. This includes empathy, the ability to connect with others on a personal level. By understanding the needs and motivations of your team members, you can lead more effectively and provide the support they need to thrive. How do you practice empathy in your leadership? Regularly engaging with your team on a personal level can reveal insights that enhance your leadership strategies and strengthen the bond within your team. Humility is a Stoic virtue that plays a crucial role in leadership. Leaders who acknowledge their own limitations and are open to feedback are better positioned to learn and grow. This humility prevents complacency and fosters a culture of continuous improvement within the organization. When was the last time you asked for feedback on your leadership? Encouraging feedback and acting on it demonstrates your commitment to both personal and organizational growth. For a practical exercise, focus on one Stoic principle each day as you interact with your team. Whether it's practicing clear communication, demonstrating fairness, or adapting to a new challenge, observe how these practices influence your effectiveness as a leader. Record your observations and consider how you might incorporate these insights into your daily leadership approach. Remember, the best leaders are those who lead by example, who govern themselves with quiet strength, inspire trust through fairness, and communicate with clarity and empathy. By cultivating these Stoic virtues, you can become the kind of leader who not only guides their team through challenges, but also empowers them to reach their full potential. 7. Stoic quiet strength in financial wisdom. How does Stoic philosophy guide us in managing our personal finances and making wise economic decisions? In today's world where financial stress can weigh heavily on our minds, the Stoic approach offers a path to navigating these challenges with rationality, discipline, and a calm, clear mind. The Stoics taught that external wealth holds no real value unless it contributes to a virtuous life. Imagine managing your finances not out of greed or fear, but with wisdom and moderation. This approach doesn't just lead to financial stability. It ensures that your economic actions align with your deepest values and contribute to your overall well-being. One of the key lessons from Stoic philosophy is the importance of differentiating between needs and desires. In a world full of constant temptations and pressures to spend, how often do you find yourself buying things you want, rather than what you truly need. Stoic approach to finances involves focusing on what is necessary for a content and functional life. By practicing this discipline, you can avoid unnecessary debt and foster a simpler, more focused lifestyle. Reflect on your own spending habits. Are they driven by genuine needs or by fleeting wants? By honing this practice, you can improve your financial health and free yourself from the endless cycle of consumerism. Another vital aspect of Stoic financial wisdom is the concept of sufficiency. Stoics strive for a state of contentment where they feel they have enough, fostering gratitude for what they already possess. In today's society, where the pressure to acquire more is relentless, this mindset is incredibly valuable. Consider your own financial goals. Are they aimed at genuine sufficiency, or are you chasing an endless increase? Learning to appreciate what you have can significantly reduce financial stress and increase your overall happiness. Stoics also emphasize the importance of foresight and planning when it comes to finances. This means preparing for future needs and potential crises through saving and investing wisely, not out of anxiety, but from a rational assessment of potential risks. How prepared are you for unexpected financial setbacks? Regular financial planning sessions can help you stay on track and maintain peace of mind, knowing that you've taken steps to secure your future. The Stoic principle of non-attachment is especially useful in the realm of investments. It's easy to get emotionally attached to financial gains and losses, particularly in response to market volatility. However, Stoics maintain a detached attitude towards these fluctuations, focusing instead on making informed, rational investment choices. How do you react when faced with financial losses? By cultivating non-attachment, you can make more balanced decisions, even in turbulent times. Stoicism also encourages us to use our resources wisely, not only for our own benefit, but also for the good of others. This includes making charitable donations and supporting community projects. Think about how you can use your financial resources to contribute to causes you care about, or to support your community. Such contributions enrich our lives and strengthen our connections with others, aligning our financial actions with Stoic values of community and support. Regular reflection on our financial status and decisions is another Stoic practice that promotes financial wisdom. When was the last time you took a step back and really assessed your financial health? By frequently evaluating your financial situation and the motivations behind your decisions, you can ensure that your actions remain aligned with your values. Implementing a routine financial review can help you stay mindful and proactive about your economic well-being. Remember, financial wisdom isn't about accumulating wealth for its own sake. It's about using your resources in a way that supports a virtuous and fulfilling life. By approaching your finances with Stoic quiet strength, you can build a stable, peaceful financial foundation that enhances your overall well-being. 8. Quiet strength in decision-making. Do you ever feel overwhelmed when faced with a significant decision? Whether it's choosing a new career path, making a financial investment, or navigating a personal relationship, pressure to make the right choice can feel paralyzing. But what if you could approach decision-making with the calm, quiet strength of Stoic philosophy? By cultivating a quiet mind, free from the noise of distractions, you can make decisions that are not only effective, but also aligned with your deepest values. One of the core principles of Stoic decision-making is the dichotomy of control, which helps us distinguish between what we can and cannot control. When making decisions, it's easy to get caught up in worrying about outcomes that are beyond our influence. But by focusing your energy on what you can control, like your efforts, attitudes, and the quality of your decisions, you can reduce anxiety and approach decision-making more rationally. Think about a recent decision you made. How might understanding this concept have changed your approach? Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of foresight in decision-making. The Stoics advocate for thinking several steps ahead, considering not just the immediate effects of a decision, but its long-term implications as well. This practice, known as premeditation, involves contemplating potential outcomes and preparing mentally for them. By doing so, you can avoid impulsive decisions that might lead to regret. How often do you think about the long-term effects of your choices? What might change if you did? Another Stoic strategy is negative visualization, which encourages us to imagine the worst-case scenario of a given decision. While this might seem pessimistic, it's actually a powerful tool for reducing fear and anxiety. By contemplating the worst possible outcome and realizing that you can handle it, you build emotional resilience and confidence in your decision-making. Have you ever tried this approach? How did it affect your process and your peace of mind? Simplicity is another key value in Stoic decision-making. In a world where choices can feel overwhelmingly complex, simplifying your options can be incredibly freeing. By reducing the number of factors you consider and focusing on what's truly essential, you can make more confident and clear-headed decisions. When was the last time simplifying a choice made it easier for you to decide? Perhaps it's time to start stripping away the non-essentials and focus on what really matters. In the realm of personal growth, decision-making is an essential skill that benefits greatly from Stoic quiet strength. Each decision offers an opportunity to practice virtues like wisdom and courage. Reflecting on your decisions through a Stoic lens can help you understand how they align with your values and how they contribute to your character development. This reflection not only enhances future decision-making, but also deepens your personal integrity. 9. Navigating loss and grief with quiet strength. How do you respond when life inevitably brings loss and grief? The question we all face at some point, and the Stoics offer a profound approach to handling these challenging emotions: quiet strength and resilience. Life is full of moments that can shake us to our core. By embracing Stoic principles, we can navigate these turbulent waters with composure and dignity, finding a sense of peace even in the face of profound sadness. The Stoics understood that suffering and loss are unavoidable parts of life, but they also believed in our capacity to face these challenges with strength. They teach us to expect the unexpected and accept it when it arrives. This doesn't make the pain of loss any less real, but it prepares us mentally to handle it when it comes. Have you ever considered how accepting the possibility of loss might change your experience of it? By acknowledging that loss is part of life, we can face it more directly and with less resistance. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of detachment from external things, including relationships. This isn't to say that we shouldn't form deep connections or love fully, but rather that we should understand the temporary nature of all things. Reflecting on impermanence helps us appreciate our relationships more profoundly while they last and maintain our equilibrium when they end. How might viewing relationships through the lens of impermanence change the way you cope with loss? When dealing with grief, the Stoics encourage us to turn inward and focus on what we can control, our thoughts and reactions. Grief often feels like a flood of uncontrollable emotion, but we can choose how to channel these feelings. Instead of letting sorrow dictate our actions, we can find ways to honor our lost loved ones through our behavior and decisions. What are some ways you can actively choose your response the next time you face a loss? It's also important to understand that Stoicism doesn't mean suppressing emotion. While Stoics emphasize emotional regulation, they don't advocate for shutting down your feelings. It's essential to allow yourself to feel sad, to mourn, and to express these emotions constructively. Have you given yourself permission to fully experience grief, or have you tried to push it away? Finding a balance between feeling your emotions and controlling them is key to navigating grief with quiet strength. One practical Stoic method for dealing with grief is writing. Writing can serve as a powerful form of reflection and therapy. By writing about your feelings of loss and the memories of those you've lost, you can begin to process these emotions. Focus your writing on gratitude for the past and acceptance of the present. How often do you use writing or other forms of creative expression to process your emotions? For a practical exercise, take some time to reflect on a loss you have experienced, whether recently or in the past. Apply the Stoic principles we've discussed to revisit this event with a new perspective. Consider how acceptance, reflection, emotional expression, and gratitude could have influenced or did influence your experience of grief. Remember, the journey through sorrow isn't just about enduring, it's about understanding, growing, and ultimately finding peace within ourselves, no matter what life brings.